Players' sentiment towards Bungie right now is at an all-time low, and that is simply just because the sentiment towards Destiny 2 is also at an all-time low. This has been a very slow-burning kind of building, just lack of faith towards Bungie for quite a while now during this episodic style storytelling, which Bungie are calling episodes, but we're calling seasons because it's seasons just been rebranded into episodes. Everybody knows the story there. And the thing I want to talk about today is that Bungie needs basically every win that they can get with the community at heart. And they know that they kind of can't afford any more L's when it comes to Destiny 2. With player sentiment being so low for the game right now, Bungie know they need to do anything that they can to claw back a little bit of love with the community. And they did exactly that just this last day when the TWID, whatever you want to call it, was finally announced and released for all of us to read. Now, it has your usual news that we expect from a TWAB or TWID. News about the new content that's in the game. Act 3 of Revenant is officially out. Here's the new exotic. Here's the new exotic mission. This is things that you can do. This is things that you can go and see and shoot and all that good stuff. But the thing that we're all going to focus on, I think, and the thing that we're going to focus on today is right here, the Festival of the Lost Armor voting. Now, this is kind of a thing that we've now come to expect from Bungie, that they give us this ability to vote on armors that are going to come into the game. And it's great that they do that. I actually think I speak for most people, if not everybody, that we love being included into the process of voting for armors to come into the game. Instead of them just going, here's armors for the Titan, the Warlock, and the Hunter. This is what's coming in Festival of the Lost. Deal with it. Like we had with the first set of armors for Festival of the Lost, and even for like the Dawning, for example. The fact that we actually get to vote now is awesome. Including your players in the process of bringing something new to the game makes us feel like we're part of the game. We're part of the development process in a way. And we absolutely love it. I know I absolutely love it, because it actually makes me feel like my actions actually had some form of consequence in the game. And it's cool. So, these are the new armors that we are having to currently vote for in the game. We've got the Slashers and we've got the Spectres. Now, Slashers, obviously, it's pretty obvious what they are. But for those of you who don't know what they are, the Titan is Jason from Friday the 13th. We've got Ghostface for the Hunter, which of course is from Scream. And then we've got Scary Scarecrow, which, well, frankly, could be from any number of things. But they're the Slashers that we've got. And then down here we've got the Spectres. So we've got, obviously, what looks like Slender Man for the Warlock. Some kind of ghostly, night maiden-y, ghosty, bloody, scary chick for the Hunter. And then for the Titans, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is Jigsaw from Saw, like the puppet. I'm only taking that from the face and the fact that he's got the spirals on the mark in between his legs. But I could be wrong here, but that's what that looks like to me. Now, obviously, normally we'd vote for which of the Titan looks to be like the best, and the Hunter and the Warlock, and then eventually the majority of that vote would get into the game and we profit. But this year we're going to profit even more, which I think is really, really cool, because they mentioned something up here, and I'm going to read this quote. However, we're going to tinker with the program a little based on your feedback. While you'll still vote on which armor set is going to be released during Festival of the Lost, we will commit to producing the runner-up sets. While we aren't promising a specific time, they'll typically be released before the next year's Festival of the Lost event. We know a lot of you loved the Wizards who didn't make the cut for 2024. We felt the same way, so we're making plans to release these armors during Heresy this year. We aren't planning on producing all past runner-up armor, but we felt like the fashion could use a few more wizard hat options. So this is seriously cool because it's twofold. One, you're including your players in the voting and deciding process of bringing new armors to the game to make our characters look even cooler based off of popular pop culture from horror films. And that's cool. But the second point of that is that there are obviously going to be those people who vote for armors, and those armors are going to lose, and they aren't going to be brought into the game. Or at least, originally, they weren't going to be brought into the game, but now they are. Yes, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get those armors, but they're coming into the game anyway. So it doesn't technically matter which of the Titan sets, Hunter sets, or Warlock sets win, because all 6 of these armors are going to be in the game eventually, which I find to be very, very cool. That is awesome. That, as far as player sentiment goes, is a complete W for us. I think Bungie likes designing new armors, and they've clearly had a right ball creating these armors specifically because they look very, very cool, very detailed. I mean, the Warlock ones especially. I'm a Hunter main, but the Warlock ones look absolutely fantastic, especially the Slenderman one. I mean, if those tentacles actually like move and stuff, which I expect they probably will, ugh, that could be kind of creepy.
Dude, that's creepy.
But it's so cool that they're doing this. And then to top this, they've mentioned about the options that we had for this year. Well, this year just gone, 2024, which was the wizard sets. We had the good wizards and the bad wizards. That was another voting process, and we settled on good titans, bad hunters, and bad warlocks, which meant the bad titan, the good hunter, and the good warlock missed out. Those armors lost and they didn't come to the game. But they've now announced that those armors are going to come to the game. So everybody wins. And I know there are quite a few people out there who wished we'd actually gotten to see the bad titan as well, so that we had a bad hunter, warlock, and titan wizard set, so that everybody matched. But myself and clearly the majority of the players voted in favour of the good titan set because we felt that it looked more, I don't know, it just looked better. It looked a lot more appropriate. It looked more titan, because the bad wizard set for the titan didn't look particularly very titanish. I don't even know if that's a word. I think I've just made something up. But anyway, it is so cool that they are doing this. Now, I'm not sure if they originally intended to do this. This is me speculating right now.
Speculating.
Bungie could have originally always intended that for 2025 Festival of the Lost, they were going to give us this vote, and they were also going to say, hey, you know what? It doesn't matter which set's lost because they're going to come to the game anyway. We just won't prioritize those sets. Those sets will simply come later. But in my speculation, and I'm sure I'm probably not the only body thinking this, Bungie are well aware of the sentiment towards their game right now and towards themselves. The numbers that are playing Destiny 2 have dwindled to shockingly low numbers. It's actually really, really bad just how low the numbers are right now. I actually don't think the numbers have been this low since Curse of Osiris, which, let's not go down that rabbit hole. We all know how that turned out. But Bungie clearly see the way we are all reacting to the game. They're seeing that people aren't playing the game as often as they used to. They're even seeing top streamers not playing the game as much as they are. Like, people like Astacross don't really play a whole lot of Destiny 2 anymore. They've gone to play other games. They're playing Warframe, which a lot of people classed as being Destiny 2's rival. They're playing Marvel's Rivals. They're playing just simply other games. And Bungie clearly see this. They must do. They'd be blind not to. And it's personally within my opinion.
Everybody's got a goddamn opinion?
That Bungie think, shit, we need to fix this right now. We need to give the players a little something. It's small, but it's something. And something matters. And that something are the voting process for the armor sets again, for the new 2025 FOTL, but also for the fact that we're getting all the armors regardless. And we're also getting the other armors from last year's Festival of the Lost that we didn't get added to the game. That's my speculation. I think that Bungie are panicking a little bit, but I think they're also thinking we haven't shown off anything about what's coming after Act 3 of Revenant right now. We've got these big things coming, and I'm thinking that they're probably pretty confident that those things are going to solve a lot of the issues in the game. Player sentiment will be redeemed, and everything will be fine going into the future. Especially with Codename Frontiers, with Apollo and Behemoth. But honestly, it's just going to be a waiting game. But I wanted to touch on this particularly because I thought that this was cool. It's something small, but it's still something cool. It's still a W, not an L. We like being included into the process, and we like it even more when our votes that didn't get the armors into the game still mattered, because the armors get added into the game anyway. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did watch, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about all of this? Do you think that Bungie always originally intended to do this and add all the armors into the game? Or do you think that maybe, like me, Bungie were panicking a little bit and they thought we need to add just something tiny that's nice that the players will enjoy and get to use and get to experience? But let me know how you guys feel. I'll see you next time. I am Lord Redfern. Stay safe, guys.